Good morning again. So this morning I uploaded my new beat video, and I'm really excited about it. This is the beat that I've kind of been talking about that turned out really, really good. And I've got another one in the works that is close to completion. So I was figuring out different ways to upload it, and now I have done that, and now it's up. And it's available to watch and purchase, and it's awesome. I'm going to send that out to some friends of mine just to see what they think of it, because I'm really proud of it. I think it sounds really good, and I hope that someone picks it up and decides they want to write some lyrics to it, sing a song to it. Who knows? Then the next track is a little more kind of spooky and down. This one was big and heavy. The next one is kind of like spooky and more like deep, dark. But it'll be interesting. I'm excited for that one too. I put off last night. I wasn't able to try my kombucha beer, which is coming soon. I have already had this brew before, and it was so good. I was at Whole Foods and I saw it, and I was like, I can't go without it. And especially since now that I'm blogging about beer, I feel like it's super important for me to blog about unique stuff. Specifically, this kombucha beer is just so good. I also just started a new experiment, which you could probably read about more on my wife's blog, about brewing kombucha. She's going to do a blog about how we're brewing it and how we're doing stuff. But it should be good. It's going to be daily. Hopefully it'll be my replacement to coffee. That'd be really cool. Because I like coffee and all, but if I can get the same caffeine intake from something that is just pourable, I guess. I don't know, whatever. We'll see. We'll figure out how it goes. It's just kind of an experiment, and I'm excited about it. But the big thing is I'm waking up and I'm feeling myself getting pulled towards the regular distractions. I'm feeling myself getting pulled towards watching the same old garbage. And if there's anything, it's not if there's anything I've learned, but one of the major lessons I've learned is that whatever you put into your consciousness, into your awareness, whether it be TVs, videos, books, movies, video games, whatever, garbage in, garbage out. And quality in, from what I've found, at least in my experience, if I put quality stuff that I'm interested and entertained and engaged by, then I get quality stuff out. So, not strictly always quality in, quality out, but at least in many cases it is, whenever I have quality stuff to do. So, figured out the uploading piece. I did figure out a way to get more kind of variation between my beat videos in at least color. I do want to work on making some cooler images for my beats. I don't know what that means. I think I don't know. It really takes a long time to render high quality images on my machine. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But I did figure out a really cool way to just kind of simply get a variation in the videos, at least color-wise. I think I want to add some more particle effects, but again, it just takes so long to render particles on my machine that I just might not at this point. Until I can get a new rendering machine. Until that happens, I don't know what my workflow is going to look like. But this last beat I made in my kitchen, which was really, it was really cool to kind of go back to sitting with headphones, making a beat that sounds good. And the great part is, once I sat down in front of studio monitors and listened to it, I mean, the bass was heavy, which it always is whenever you make music in headphones. But it sounded okay. I mean, it sounded really good comparatively to things I've made in the past on headphones. And I think that's due to two things. One, I'm getting better at using software and at EQing and all sorts of stuff, all sorts of techniques. But also, I think it's just, my ideas are getting more refined about what I want to hear. And, Calvin Harris says how he makes music for radio is he makes music for incredibly cool people, right? And that's what I want. I'm making music for incredibly cool artists. and that's how it works. I used to make music for nerds standing around in a dirty basement, right? So then nothing ever sold. I never got much attention because the only people who listened to it were the 6 of my friends who would stand around in a dirty basement with me. So now, making music for incredibly cool people, incredibly cool artists, that's what I want. That's what I'm shooting for. Anyway, back about focus. I feel like getting pulled into all of the standard kind of input habits, I guess. I really think what it is that I have used a lot of my go-to YouTube personalities, which happens to be video games, specifically the Yogscast and Half Films, that I know these guys because I've watched hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of them. And, when I didn't have a studio or a place to stay or a computer, and I just had my phone and a suitcase for weeks at a time, and I was sleeping on people's couches, that was fine because there wasn't a lot I could do. And even when I was doing that, I was doing a lot of looping and other relatively productive stuff. But when it comes to I don't know, when it comes to staying quiet and shutting yourself in a closet so that you're not bothering the people you're staying with, that seems to be the best. And now I feel like falling back into those habits is a comfort thing for me, but it's not productive. When I have so many blender techniques, so many music techniques, I guess I think I'm pretty polished on the music stuff. Not polished. I think I'm at a good space musically, at least as far as technique-wise, where I don't need to watch a lot of videos about how to EQ, how to compress, I have a lot of the foundations. What it takes is practice. What's going to take is practice and playing around and really tweaking some stuff to make sure that the sounds that I'm producing are matching the sounds that I'm hearing. I do want to do some production videos, but I feel like those are going to be super time consuming. Maybe not though. I don't know. We'll see. I might, next time I start producing something, I might just start ScreenFlow and see what happens, because that would be fun. And who knows, people might like that. Whatever. I think at this point, and I know this is going to change because I know I've got a bigger vision for what I want to do about opening conversations and opening all this stuff. I just want to meet like-minded people right now. That's my main priority. I just want to start the conversation globally and meet people who are making music for cool people, making music who, I don't know, conscious music, making music with consciousness. I don't know if that's what you can call it. But that's my goal. So that's what's happening. That is what's happening. And I'm trying to stay focused and not get distracted by all that stuff because I've got so much to learn and so much to do. And right now, the biggest bottleneck is rendering time. The biggest bottleneck is my computer being able to process stuff. And I was able to get the whole YouTube upload thing to work the way that I wanted it to. And now when I searched Trap Beat 2016, mine was on the second page, which is good, especially for a channel with no views and no traction, which is excellent. So hopefully some people will hear it. Hopefully some people will hear it and like it and enjoy it and and then ask me for more. And hopefully I'll have more out soon, because that's the idea. One thing I have been noticing, I haven't been noticing a lot of people producing content in the last 2 or 3 weeks, which obviously it was December and now it's early January, which is fine. But I'm kind of looking forward to doing that. I don't know. And then jumping back into the day-to-day, the thing I have to remember right now is I'm a music producer doing what it takes to make sure that my family is safe and provided for. And I'm going to a day-to-day. And I really enjoy my day-to-day. And I'm really happy with where I'm at. And I'm always looking to push higher, push harder, push for more. So that's really, I don't want to fall into old habits and fall into negativity and fall into a lot of the self-doubt and a lot of the old vibrations that kept me down, because what I remember is, in this business, I don't have 60 hours a week to put into this beat business. I don't have a lot of money to dump into advertising. So I just have to get creative and make good quality content, which these vlogs are not. Maybe, I don't know. These vlogs are more of a way for me to like just get my ideas out, and that's kind of why I'm not spending a lot of time on them, because I want to get my ideas out and start the conversation and let people see who I am and see how I'm talking and see my process if they're interested. I mean, I guess 10 minutes a day is a lot to ask from people, but you don't need to watch all of it. In fact, I'm not even going to give you the excuse or the qualification for what this is. I'm doing this because it's something I want to do, and because I want to meet people who are like me in this journey trying to build this up. And in 5 years, if I look back on these vlogs and it's just a fun record of history, that'll be awesome. And hopefully I'll still be doing them. Or you could see inside the life of a superstar. I laugh, but that's where I want to be, and so that's the mindset I have to have, and that's the mindset I have. At this point, I am a superstar being discovered. All right, superstars, have a great day, and make that money. Stay happy, stay fit, make it happen.